today the plan was to do something Canadian, but I realized shortly after that really the colors of Canada are red and white. So I added a little black and a little purple, and I wish I hadn't because this came out nothing Canadian. Anyway, this is a Dutch pour that I'm doing today. So I thought I would try and have a theme to each of my paintings. So far we're not off to a very good start. This was supposed to be Canada, because you see I have the red on either side. If you don't know, the Canadian flag has a red stripe on both sides with a red maple leaf on a white background in the middle, kind of like this. This Dutch pour was a bit of a challenge. I think it was because the paint is a little too thick. As you can see, I'm using my hairdryer first to cover up the colors of paint with the white paint. You can see here how thick the paint is. It's not moving as easily as it should be. I can see here that I've actually used too much purple. And now I'm going to fan the paint out with the hairdryer. If I had just used red and white, it would have been a very pink painting. So I knew it needed other colors, but obviously I've used too much of the darker colors. I have used that Lazy Susan again. I just find it so much easier to turn the painting around without having to lift and turn. So this was a great idea. Isn't moving very well, so at this point I decided I needed to add more white paint, but I don't really think that made much of a difference. This paint is just too thick. So enough with the hairdryer. Now I'm going to try and spread this with the straw. Sometimes I just never know when I need to stop. Like this would have been a good place to stop. Stop, Mary, stop! And please excuse my head in the middle of the shot. Did you see my little bald spot? I really think I've gone too far with this painting. I just couldn't stop. I hate to have negative space. So even though it kind of looked cool, I got rid of it all and now it looks like the paint is really stretched out. I wanted to add a little extra to this painting, so I used this copper paint. I had it left over from something, it's been sitting for a while, but I thought it would look pretty good. The first couple of runs with it seemed okay, but then from here on, as I'm trying to add it, it's just blotching and spotting and not really coming off the popsicle stick the way I had planned. It's really unfortunate. So I basically gave up at this point and torched the painting to get rid of any air bubbles. As you can see here, the copper spread out, looking more like blotches than lines. And here's the finished painting. It looks a bit like a volcanic eruption. I'd love you to comment and subscribe, and don't forget to ring my bell.